serious, sincere in wanting to study the Shastras, even in this very busy schedule of Kali Yuga, without any rhyme and reason and purpose. The world is running, yes, surely, but without knowing what is the correct destination. In such din and roared world, you are coming for this Upanishadic Adhyanam is a very laudable thing, hence you are, with all due respects, welcomed. Chandogya Upanishad, first chapter, Aram se we are studying the second Khanda. The Devatas decided to do the Udgita Upasana. They started doing it with the Nasikya Prana, that is affected by Asuras. Consequence is this. This is the subject. Then all the remaining things about all Indriyas, including the mind, same is the issue. So there is an effort to solve a problem, but not completely solved. Then what is the solution? We will tell you. The Mukhya Prana Upasana. That's how this Khanda talks about Udgita Prana, Mukhya Prana Upasana. The three important things which we have to grasp in this Khanda are: what is the meaning of Devatas doing Udgita Upasana with Indriyas as well as the Mana? What is the meaning of the Asuras hitting? See, don't get carried up with only mere word and literal meaning. Hitting means affecting, influencing. What is the consequence of that? Therefore, what is its outcome or influence in our life? So, what is the meaning of Devatas doing Upasana? What is the meaning of Asuras hitting? What is its consequence? Therefore, what is a take home point for us as sadhakas? These things very subjectively, acutely, certainly have to grasp. Bhagavan Adi Shankara's Bhashya is of immense and only help for us in correctly understanding what Shruti Mata is saying. Today, let us do that portion, friends. Welcome you all. Hope you have the book in front of you, following all the things as we do here. Let us start with our everyday's Shanti Guru Parampara mantras, Sankalpa, and Upanishad mantra Ucharana for 3-4 minutes. Then we go for our Upanishad Adhyanam. Right? Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Vattu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharusibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yairime Gurubhi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakhyatāh Sarva Vedantāh Satchastraha Tan Nityam Pranatosmyaham. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha. Om Nithaye Sarva Vidyanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmalam Spatikakrutim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Upasmahe. Om Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanidhaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Om Sukrute Dhikrute Bahudha Bhavato भविता समदर्शनलालसता अतिदीनमिमं परिपालय मां भव शङ्कर देशिक मे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। छान्दोग्योपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। सङ्कल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहाससन्तवाङ्मयोक्त साध्यसाधनानुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्नशाश्वत समूलनिर्मूलनपूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये सामवेदान्तर्गत छान्दोग्योपनिषदः आद्यशङ्कर भाष्य सहित अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरणश्लोकाः शान्तिमन्त्राः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दसान्द्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्रीदेशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणः चक्षुः श्रोत्रम् अथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते। ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः द्वितीयः खण्डः। Let us do our Parayanam. Om Devasuraha vai yatra संयेतिरे उभये प्राजापत्याः तथा देवाः उद्गीतमाजह्रुः। अनेन एनान् अभिभविष्याम इति तेह नासिक्यं प्राणम् उद्गीतम् उपासान् चक्रिरे तगम्ह असुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयं जिघ्रति सुरभि च दुर्गन्धि च पाप्मना हि एषः विद्धः। अतः वाचमुद्गीतमुपासान् चक्रिरे तागम्ह असुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तया उभयं वदति सत्यं च अनृतं च पाप्मना हि विद्धा। अतः चक्षुरुद्गीतमुपासान् चक्रिरे ततः असुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयं पश्यति दर्शनीयं च अदर्शनीयं च पाप्मना हि एषः विद्धम् एतद्विद्धम्। अतः श्रोत्रमुद्गीतमुपासान् चक्रिरे तथा असुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयं शृणोति श्रवणीयं च अश्रवणीयं च पाप्मना हि एतत् विद्धम्। अतः मन उद्गीतमुपासान् चक्रिरे तत् असुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयगं संकल्पनीयं च असंकल्पनीयं च पाप्मना हि एतत् विद्धम्। अतः यः एव अयं मुख्यः प्राणः तमुद्गीतमुपासान् चक्रिरे तगम्ह असुराः ऋत्वा विदध्वंसुः यथा अश्मानम् आकणं ऋत्वा विद्वगंसेत। एवं यथा अश्मानमाकणं ऋत्वा विद्वगंसते एवगं हैव स विद्वगंसते। य एवं विधि पापं कामयते यश्च येनमभिलाषति सः एषः अश्माकणः नैव एतेन सुरभि न दुर्गन्धि विजानाति अपहतपाप्मा हि एषः तेन यदश्नाति यत् पिबति तेन इतरान् प्राणानवते एतम् एव अन्ततः अपित्वा उत्क्रामति व्याददाति एव अन्ततः इति तगंह अंगिरा उद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रे एतम् एव अंगिरसं मन्यन्ते अंगानां यद्रसः तेन तगंह बृहस्पतिरुद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रे एतम् एव बृहस्पतिं मन्यन्ते वाग्हि बृहति तस्या एषः पतिः तेन तगंह अयास्य उद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रे एतम् एव अयास्यं मन्यन्ते आस्याद् अयते तेन तगंह बकोदाल्भ्यो विदाञ्चकार सह नैमिषीयानाम् उद्गाता बभूव सह स्म एभ्यः कामान् गायति आगाताः वै कामानां भवति य एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते इति अध्यात्मम् ओम शांति शांति शांति. What a beautiful benefit of every day chanting the mantras. That familiarity which is so essential we are gaining. Now imagine that 1 year somewhere we are in ashram all by ourselves with our gurus. Every day Subha, Dopar, Sham, chanting this mantra, studying the meaning with Bhashya, contemplating on it, grasping the meaning, trying for sadhana, trying for meditation. 1 year is a big time with your intelligence of today, the modern man, modern humans. So much progress can be achieved. See, it's in our own vicinity, the sadhya and sadhana. Acceptable, approachable, easily doable by us. But somehow, with all abilities, capacities, opportunities, freedoms, still we don't do the sadhana, we get lost in so many things planned for our own selves. Very funny, isn't it? How many unwanted things we involve in. And all of them are only notional, imaginary, as if they are so very essential for our life. If those fears we go beyond, transcend, inhibitions if we transcend, reduce the unwanted things, have faith, have confidence, fearlessness, some commitment. All these beautiful sadhanas, spiritual, we can do and evolve. Just to keep in mind, friends. Now, Devatas, Asuras doing the Yuddha. So, Devatas wanted to defeat the Asuras, and then naturally they had the faith in Omkara, Pranava, Udgita. They wanted to do 1, 2, 3, 4 places. They tried, but to some extent they succeeded, but finally could not fully succeed. At the 5th place, they will be fully succeeding. Like in medicine also. So many places you try, finally somewhere it clicks. If not complete cure, but at least some relief. Okay. Now these devatas started doing first Nasikyam Pranam Udgitam Upasan Chakrire. This you have to catch. So Nasikyam Pranam, the prana which is going through the nostrils inside. That itself is Paramatma's expression. And Paramatma is Udgita, the Omkara. So after understanding the glory of Omkara, okay, everything, that it is Sakshat Parabrahma, it is Paramatma's Nama, Abhidhana, it is Paramatma's Pratika, then it is rasanam rasaha rasatamaha, then it is apti gunatva, and also it is samruddhi gunatva. And it is because of this Om, all yajnas are done. In the yajna, the ashravanam, then shamsanam, then udganam. All of them are done by the grace of the Om only. Not only that, it is the upasana of the Om only that is done through this yajna. Etasya eva aksharasya apachityai. And the living beings are able to do that because of the Omkara only. Because Om only is prana. With prana only they are doing everything. And etasya aksharasya mahimna, then apachityai, then mahimna and rasena. Even the dravyas also because of the Om. See, keeping so many things in the heart, total respect and reverence to the Om. Now, the Upasana is that the Nasikya Prana is the expression of this Pranava, the Omkara, the Udgita. With all that knowledge, even when they are doing the Omkara Upasana with Nasikya Prana, still they are not safe because the Asuras could come and hit. So, that is natural that the Upadhi level, the Asuras will affect. Because Upadhis are in the Prakriti, in Prakriti always there is Vikruti. Whether this thing is said here in this language, that the Nasikya Prana is hit by Asuras here, or Paranchikani Vetrunat Swayambhuhu Tasmat Parang Pashyati, said in the Katha Yoga, that the manufacturer only made the Indriyas extroverted, therefore they will see naturally the outer world. It may be said in that language that way, or as it is said in Gita, indriyasya arthe ragadvesho vyavastito tayorna vasamagachet tauhi asya paripanthinam. So whether it is said in Gita or that Upanishad, this or everywhere, what we have to understand is at the Upadhi level, staying at the Upadhi level, trying to control fully the Upadhis and make them do whatever we want is permanently not possible. Then what is required to understand is we have to transcend the Upadhis. That point underlined it. To tell us that we have to go beyond the Upadhis, that each of the Upadhis are affected by the Asuras, that is said. Because Upadhis are in the Prakriti, both are there. One side the Sattva-guna of the Devatas, the other side the Rajo-Tama-guna of the Rakshasas, Asuras. It is there, that is it. You have to go beyond only, you cannot do anything. Being at that level, if not now, sometime or the other you will be affected. So permanently you cannot have control over Upadhis. You have to go beyond. And practically seen, even the saints and sages also, with their even Brahmagnana, with their kindness, karuna, compassion, all sattva-gunas, yet sometimes when the devotees or disciples are indisciplined, do they scold them or not? Do they curse them or not? Batao, do they shap de dete hain wo? So that scolding, curse and shapa is not sattvika. It is definitely rajasic, tamasic. So they have to express it, even though their intention is noble, sattvically, but in action they have to curse. Even the negative will keep on affecting. You have to rise above that one. Same the thing is said in Gita in the 3rd chapter, last sloka. To Arjuna's prashna. What is that because of which we do the papa even though we don't want? Having given the answer that kama yesha krodha yesha, what Bhagavan told in the last sloka, evam buddhehe param buddha. Going, understanding the present Brahman which is present beyond the buddhi, keeping that as whole, focusing your attention only on that. Then only samstabhya atmanam atmana, having trans upadhis, Jai Shatru Mahabaho Kama Shatru. Jai Shatru. You conquer this Kama Rupa Shatru by going beyond. Everywhere, like a family. You have wife, husband, children. They give you love also, they give you hatred also. For the sake of love, we stay with our wife, husband, children, and all. But along with that, as a bonus, buy one, take the hatred also comes. Indiscipline comes, intolerance comes, misunderstandings will come, ego will come, fighting will happen. Dono hote. But what they do, they are ready to go through all these dukkha because the other part of the love, etc. comes. Isn't it? So the wife says he is getting salary and giving me. Therefore, whatever the nonsense he does, I tolerate. He also says she's cooking nonsense. Therefore, I will also be with her. Somehow, for one thing, we are compromising with other. That's how the samsara continues. The one who truly becomes spiritual, he knows that if I don't want disturbance from my family, I should also not want, I should not expect the favor also from them. Because if I ask for one favor, other also will come. So the one who understands it, then once he gives up the expectation of favors from them, he has become sannyas. He doesn't want from them anything. Therefore, neither he has expectation or raga from them, nor he will have dvesha because they won't fulfill his expectations. Similarly, from that side also, then he can go for sadhana. But I'm just giving an idea how what is said here has to be comprehensively understood. Okay, so the upasana they are doing. Devatas. Come to the topic now. So, in the categorical sentence, Bhagavan Adi Shankara explained to us what is the meaning of Devatas doing Nasikya Prana Udgita Upasana. So, that Nasikyam Pranam, which is going inside and coming out, because of which the whole life is sustained, as well as which is doing the smelling also, good and bad, whatever the smells, it is smelling, that capacity, that is the Udgita, the Paramatma, that is the Udgita Upasana. Okay, this much you keep it in mind. So, Nasikya Prana Drushtya Udgitakyam Aksharam Omkaram Upasan Chakrire iti Arthaha. This we have seen. Then Apurva Paksha asked the Prashna, so what happened to my yajna then? If they are doing the upasana of attending to the Nasikya Prana to be the Omkara, what about the chanting of Om? What about the chanting of the Udgita Mantra? What about the doing of oblations, offering of oblation, etc.? So you gave up all of them? So the Guru doesn't want to disappoint that child student who is more interested in Yajna Karma. He says, no, no, no. Swatantrena, not only Om Upasana is done. Om Upasana is going on that the inhaling, exhaling, smelling is the expression of the Omkara Udgita. Om chant going on, mantra chanting going on, even Yajna also is done. Don't worry. Actually, this is what later on in the Pauranika period, the Upasanas are discovered. The difference is only in Yajna, we light the fire and in that we offer oblations. The Havyavahana, the Agni Deva becomes the medium to take our offerings to the respective Devatas. In the Pauranik Upasanas, that Vigraha Archa Murti in front of us. So we do all the same Bhavana and offer there. Okay, so all things are included. The Yajna is done, Samaveda chanting is done, along with Omkara. Extra addition is Om Mahima completely known. Keeping that in mind, the inhaling and exhaling and smelling is expression of Omkara. That is called Upasana. Hope you are catching the entire subject. in this entire subject, most important thing which we tend to forget is the entire Mahima of the Omkara, thereby developing the respect and reverence to the Omkara, then now doing the Upasana, that is the Om only, inhaling, exhaling, smelling. Okay. Now comes two things we have seen. The Devatas are wanting to do the Udgita Upasana to overpower the Asuras. Two, they started doing with the Nasikya Prana as the Udgita Upasana. Now the third important is, what is the meaning of Asuras affecting? Thereafter, what is its consequence? Very, very important. You know, these are all lead to so many common sense thought put our efforts to conquer to the extent possible. When sometimes we cannot do it, just go ahead, move next, move next. You need not get stuck up anywhere. So these are a few things. Then I will not take that angle of analysis. Otherwise, it will be delayed and we will be missing this topic link. Let us stick to our Shankara Bhashya and Mantra Adhyayana. Now, what is the meaning of Asuras hitting the Granendriya, on which Devatas are doing the Upasana? That this Granendriya, along with all its functionings, are nothing but the expression of Omkara. That is the Upasana they are doing. But the Asuras have hit. What is the meaning of Asuras hitting? Very, very crucial, very important thing. Well, it's all meditation. What we are doing is high level of contemplation and meditation only. So it itself is upasana, other upasana. Portion now, this answer you have seen, Uttar. Are Baba, Udgita Karmani Evahi, Tat Kartru Prana Devata Drushtya, Udgita Bhakti Avayavaha cha Omkaraha, Upasyatpena Vivakshita, Na Swatan. Ataha Vantah iti Yuktame mining the What is it? Having answered the Pura Pakshi's Prashna, ki have you missed my yajna and my chanting? Telling that no, beta, all of them are done. It is a wholesale program, not retail. Toward the end, kind Guru is reminding. What is it? Tadarthyena karma ahrutavanta iti. So these devatas are doing the yajna, then doing the upasana, that the Nasikya prana is Udgita only. Then the most important thing is this entire yajna they are doing as an offering to that Omkara Paramatma. Because that first para is so crucial, we should not forget that. Anena, because of this only the yajna is happening, and in that श्रावयति योगमिति जगम सति ओमिति उद्गायति एतस्य अक्षरस्य अपचित्यै महिम्ना रसेना. Oh bulla mata, be tuned properly. If you come once in a while to this class, you won't catch. You will miss all the sequence. Therefore, I cannot help it. Be regular, catch it. Because without the earlier thing remembered and connected, this topic you cannot thoroughly understand. Better be there regularly to grasp. So the Purvapakshis Prashna, my yajna karma, my chanting, you are leaving it, only doing upasana? No. Upasana along with chanting and yajna going on. One more thing you didn't ask, I am adding, that this entire process is done as an apachiti to Omkara. So, atha tadarthyena karma ahrutavantah iti yuktameva uktam, which was already said. Again, we are ending that whole process, they are doing it for the Lord. Purana Bhasha, don't be attacking. The Granendriya, on which Devatas are doing the Upasana, that the Granendriya is Udgita expression only. Udgita only expressing as Granendriya and we are lost in it. So through the Granendriya we are regaining our identity with doing it. Topic throughout the life I have to know. Let us try to ponder over it today. That's our topic for next 10 12 minutes. So be aware कि तम एवं देवैर्वृतम उद्गातारम असुराः स्वाभाविकतम आत्मानः ज्योति रूपम नासिक्यम प्राणम देवम स्व उत्थेन पापना अधर्म असंग रूपेण विविदुः विद्धवन्तः संसर्गं कृतवन्तः इत्यर्थः. सही नासिक्यः प्राणः कल्याणगरणाभिमान असंग अभिभूत विवेक विज्ञानः बभूवः स तेन दोषेण पाप्म संसर्गी बभूव तदिदं मुक्तम् असुराः पाप्मना विविदुः इति. One of the crucial topics this one. Okay. Listen very attentively. Tam, that Granendriya, which is the Granendriya, evam devair vrutam. In this way, selected by devatas. Devatas are concentrating. Who is he? Udgataram. The Udgata, the prana, because of which the chanting is going on. That Udgatara prana, listen carefully, Jyoti Rupam Nasikyam Pranam Devam. So, Jyoti Rupam Nasikyam Pranam Devam. So, their attention is on what? Nasikyam Pranam. Okay? Attention is on what? Nasikyam Pranam, the inhaling, exhaling that is happening through the nostrils. Even while listening also, right now you can contemplate. So the inhaling, exhaling going on. So on that they are focusing their attention. And that Nasikam Pranam is added with two adjectives, which is their upasana. What are they? Jyoti Rupam and Devam. So the consciousness alone expressing as inhaling and exhaling. So Jyoti Rupa Deva. So the conscious divinity. Deva means divinity. Jyoti means consciousness. So the conscious divinity expressing as inhaling, exhaling, the prana. So tam etam tam evam devair vrutam udgataram jyoti rupam nasikyam pranam. So that nasikya prana, which is Vrutam, selected by the Devatas to begin with for their Upasana. Now what is the Upasana? Jyoti Rupam Deva. So they are just becoming aware of the inhaling, exhaling, and that they are doing the Upasana, that it is Jyoti Rupa Udgita only. Jyoti Rupa Omkara only. So they are trying to focus their mind on that. So is on the inhaling and exhaling, but the bhavana is that it is the Jyoti Rupa Jyoti Rupa Deva. So the Jyoti Rupa Deva is now felt by them as the Nasikya Prana. Generally at first level, we are not even aware about the Nasikya Prana going coming. Second level mein we are aware of it. Third level mein we are doing the Upasana that this Nasikya Prana is Jyoti Rupa Deva, which is our Pranava, which is our Udgitam, which is our Omkara. So the picture is, to begin with, they have taken the Nasikya Prana for their Upasana. What is the Upasana? This Nasikya Prana is Jyoti Rupa Deva. So when they are trying this way to meditate on the Nasikya Prana to be Jyoti Rupa Deva, then the Asuras attacked. Like the Vishwamitra ji is doing the yajna, the Asuras come and attack. That is what picturize in the mind. Don't miss this main point. So tam evam devair vrutam udgataram jyoti rupam nasikyam pranam devam, attacked by devatas. Who are the devatas and how they attacked? These are the two things we have to be aware of. Who are the asuras? What is the way they have attacked? Devatas are doing the upasana of Nasikya Prana to be Udgitam. Devatas doing the Nasikya Prana to be the Udgita. That upasana they are doing. So the Om, of which we have thoroughly studied the Mahima in the Prathama Khanda, that Om alone, which is Jyoti Rupa, consciousness, Deva, the divine, alone is expressing as Nasikya Prana. So they are so innocently doing the upasana like that. And like, let us say the wife is doing the puja to the Lord Shiva or the Salagrama Vishnu. So the husband comes and says, that stone, if you do puja and gives you the blessing, I will worship a big mountain only. पत्थर की पूजा करे, भगवान करुणा करे, तो मैं पहाड़ का पूजा करता हूँ. So that fellow is disturbing her faith. Isn't it? She is taught by her guru, she is doing that upasana with the bhavana that this saligrama is nothing but my Shankara Chakra Gada Padma Vishnu. Vichari, she is doing it, but this asura comes and tells, patthar puja karne se kuch nahi hota. You understood? Then her faith is shaken or disturbed, her emotions are disturbed, her beautiful, concentrating, joyful feeling that my Lord is there in this Rupa today to bless me, this fellow disturbed. Like that, million things happen. Such a beautiful Indian traditional cultural nation, Bharata Mata, by the invasion of thousands of people, how it is disturbed. हर गली में मंदिर होता था, हर जगह भजन कीर्तन. People are in Shuddha Sattvic mood. They only respect, revere each other. There are no bhoga asaktis, no kama asakti. All are dharma, all are engaged in moksha purushartha. That was the India, Bharata Mata original. So, foreigners came, taking them to be atithis. We invited them, but they brought all their bhoga samskar. That our Indians started following. Now the whole India, गली गली में खाने के दुकान, दारू के दुकान, full of queue, no temples. Even if they are there, nobody to go there. Only Bhagwan and Pujari and 2-3 makhi बैठ रहे. So the Asura culture, how it affected the Bharata Mata. Every house, last 20-30 years. Now, if I enter into that topic of explaining, it is half an hour. I gave you the answer, you can understand how our culture, our spirituality is invaded by Dushta. That's what Kali Yuga. Everywhere, 90% of our cultural things we have given up. It's just given up, that's it. फैशन के लिए इधर उधर, सिनेमा शूटिंग के लिए इधर उधर थोड़ा अभी बचा है. I am telling what is the meaning of attack. Now, the asuras attacking this Granindriya. Them attacking the Granindriya. Third, what is the result? Outcome of it. These 3 points we have to see. First, who are the asuras? Tamha asuraha swabhavika tama atmanaha. Swabhavika tama atmanaha asuraha. Who are the asuras? By nature, they are tamasic. Tamasic has 2 meanings in this context. One is ignorant. Second, lazy. That they don't want to gain the knowledge to remove that ignorance. They are comfortable with their ignorance. So, no, some people they know I am ignorant, it won't help me. Let me gain the knowledge. They try to gain knowledge. Others they are comfortable with the ignorance. They doesn't know. They don't. Mana means tamaha means ignorance. Tamaha is laziness. That they don't want to realize that they have the ignorance and they are not interested to get rid of that ignorance. This is called asura. Right? Like the whole humanity now. What is the goal of life, purpose, ultimate? Do they know it? No. So that is not knowing aspect, called as tamaha. Now, yeah, I don't know what is the exactly purpose of this life. Let me go and study Shastras or listen from the Mahatmas and let me understand what is the goal. Are they ready for doing that? No. That is laziness, intellectual laziness. They may be active in the world in the pursuit of artha and kama. It's okay. वो कर ही रहे हैं, बहुत जीना तो है, भोग के लिए जी रहे वो लोग. So that they are doing. But as regard the ultimate goal of life, tama atmanaha, they don't know that Brahman is the goal. Second, those who don't know, at least they can go to the Guru like Arjuna asked Krishna. But Arjuna didn't know the goal. He thought winning the war is the goal, but now he can't win because all his own people are there. When he asked what is Shreyas, that is what is the ultimate goal, then Bhagavan told. Sthita pragnata, pragna in sthiti, that's panditya. Sorry, sthiti in the pragna, Hambramas pragna is the goal. Then Bhagavan explained at that time to Arjuna what should be the goal. So Arjuna was Swabhavika Tama one way, that he didn't know what is the ultimate goal of life. But the second Tama he didn't have, that I don't want to know also what should be the goal. That second tamas he conquered and asked Bhagwan, tell me what is this. Bhagwan took that opportunity, then told Arjuna, the goal is Prajnasthiti. Therefore, the first tamas also gone of Arjuna. So Arjuna is not now Swabhavika Tama Atmanaha. He is awakened to his goal that I have to establish in Brahman. See, in that Brahman, then only Swabhavika Tamo Atmanaha is Asuraha. Because Swabhavika Tama Atmana Asuraha. Now they attacked the Agranendriya. That topic we have to study. What is the attack? Swa Uttena Papmana. They have hit that Papmana with the Papa which they themselves have inside them. So Uttena Papmana means the Papa Vritti which they have, Papa Sankalpa which they have, with that they have hit the Asuras, the Granendriya. What is that? Sauthena Papmana is a most crucial thing. What is the Sauthena Papmana? Two words are employed by Shankara Bhagavan to explain to us. One, Adharma, two is Asanga. Asanga, let us say. So, Adharma, Asanga Rupena, Vividuhu. Adharma, Asanga Rupena, Vividuhu. So, Adharma means not doing exactly what is told in the Shastra. Asanga means what? Not doing it only as a swadharma duty and leave it, but get attached to it, expecting some result out of it. When these two things happen, every of our action becomes papa. So our action, when it is against the Shastra, our action in which there is some phalasakti is there, these two mean that that particular action of ours is, or that thought in our mind towards that action is hit by the asura. See, again I repeat because I am also interested to thoroughly understand this point along with trying to make you. One is Devaha, the Devatas. Second is Upasan Chakrire. They are doing Upasana. Third, Udgita Upasan Chakrire. They are doing the Upasana of the Udgita. Fourth is Nasikyam Pranam Udgitam Upasan Chakrire. They are focusing on the Nasikya Prana and saying that it is Pranava Omkara only. When that is happening, the Asuras came and hit that Nasikya Prana. So, who are Asuras? What is the meaning of hitting? What is its consequence? Who are asuras? Swabhavikyah tama atmanaha. What is the meaning of it? Sa uttena papmana vividuhu. With their own internal indigenous papa, they have hit the Granendriya. What is the Sauthena Papa with which they have hit? Two words. Adharma and Asanga. Bas. What is Adharma? Not doing exactly what is said by Shastra. Asanga means, as per Shastra, whatever karma is given to us, do it and leave the result. Then slowly the Antakara becomes Shuddha. Then you can pursue the Brahman. Realizing Brahma, you get moksha. This is spirituality in short. This is the human evolution in short. Human life is like a rocketing. From here, with this process, we can rocket into Aham Brahmasmi Anubhuti. But we are not achieving that because we are hit by the Asura. How we are hit by the Asura? All the five Indriyas will be told, four Indriyas and one Mana. To begin with, Grana Indriya we are discussing. So the Granendriya hit by Asura means what? Adharma Asanga. So the Granendriya is not functioning exactly as told by the Shastra. That is the Adharma aspect. Asanga is Granendriya is now started functioning independently for its own purpose of gaining some sukha from that function through that smelling, etc. Anywhere when you do something for ego, we are bound. There is nothing to be done for ego. Everything is to be done for totality, Paramatma. Then what about me? You have to realize your oneness with Brahman. That is the only thing. That's why million times we say, with the upadhis, dasoham, we serve the world. Within ourselves, beyond the upadhis, nirupadhika, soham. Only two purposes for which we are alive. One inside, soham, aham brahmasmi. Outside, with the upadhis, dasoham. Like Hanumanji, Dasa Rupena, we have to serve the world. Where I, the ego, for me, the selfishness, these two are not there. So, ahamta, mamata, swartha, rahita, vyavahara outside in the karma given to us, which should lead to the inner calmness, quietness, which is called purity. With that, you are just subtle enough to contemplate on what is your essential nature, realizing. Life is so simple if you understand outer and inner. But we are hit by the asura. Therefore, this Granendriya has become separated from the total, started maintaining its own individuality, some speciality. Then it wants to do its functioning for its own benefit. And the benefit is its notional feeling that I will get sukha with these smells and I will get dukkha with these smells. Therefore, this I want, this I don't want, this I like, this I don't like. See, the whole mind is caught up in that or not, which is not essential. That's the meaning of eating by asura. Again, I am reading for you. Tam evam devairvrutam udgatharam jyoti rupam nasikyam pranam devam asuraha swabhavikatama atmanaha swa uttena papmana adharma asanga rupena vividuhu. This is the whole sentence. Vividuhu means vidhavantaha. Vidhavantaha means samsargam krutavantaha ityarthaha. Samsargam kruta means they have polluted it. Samsarga means pollution. They have impurified. I gave you example yesterday before that honestly this fellow is working in the office sincerely, but please tell, अरे इतना गधे की तरह मेहनत करके कोई फायदा नहीं है. तुम 1 घंटा ले आ सकते हो, 1 घंटा जल्दी भी जा सकते हो, और बीच में इतना देर बैठकर करने की जरूरत नहीं काम. Let us go and have a cup of coffee, tea for 1 hour. So this senior working person, Asura, has hit that junior fellow who was sincerely working. And within 10 years, he gets habituated like that. When a new fellow joins that job, all Asuras together spoil that fellow's mind. A politician honestly working. Others tell Aritla Ekta honest nahi karna. Only during elections you have to promise to get the votes. Once you get the vote and power, only before the next elections you have to be sincere towards Praja. In between, you kao piyo mouse karo. Everywhere you understand, a doctor honestly working for the alienation of pain of the patients. Young one, the old is cover hai, aisa mat bekar hai ho, they have no gratitude, these patients, they just get the health and don't even pay us our proper money. You understand in this world how Andhenaiva Niyamana Itandaha, they already blindfolded in duties, children you send to the hostel. This fellow every day doing is Sandhya, Vandana is Upasana, is chanting. The other Asura children are there. So they will spoil this fellow's mind slowly. Then you, with so many hopes, you have sent your child there to get the new knowledge. This fellow forget about getting the new, whatever good samskara you give, wo bhi satyanas karke he comes back. How many examples I can tell you to understand this point? This is the most crucial topic of this entire thing. Now, once in this way, the Nasikya prana hit by the asuras who are Swabhavika Tama Atmanaha. What is the hitting of them? They have polluted the Nasikya prana. What is the Nasikya prana getting polluted by the asura? Adharma Asanga. Now, what is the meaning of Adharma Asanga now entered into the Nasikya prana? The next one, with which this topic also gets concluded. Having told which, again we'll repeat the whole essence. Samsargam Krutavanta. What is the meaning of now the innocent nostrils who were under the influence of Devatas doing their work, and the Upasana is in this Nasika Rupa, the Omkara alone is functioning. So through the nostrils, they are reaching the Omkara, the Udgita. That was the effort by the Devatas. The whole thing is done chaupat by their asuras. What they did? Their own Swabhavika Tamoguna they utilized. From that, the Adharma Sangha, whatever have come, with that they have hit the Nasika, the Granendriya. Therefore, the Granendriya has become Sansarga Kruta. It is polluted by, it is tainted by, it is influenced by, it is colored by, it is infected by these Adharma and Asanga. Okay? Now, what is the influence or effect or consequence? Once the Asuras have hit the Nasikendriya, this is what. This is Sahi Nasikya Pranaha. Now that Nasika Prana, which is now hit by, influenced by the Asura, ki Kalyana Gandha Grahana Abhimana Asanga. He has got Abhimana and Asanga. He has got the Abhimana now that I can smell. Abhimana that I can smell. It's my ability. The ears cannot smell, the eyes cannot smell, the tongue cannot smell. I am the only one I can smell. This is called as the Gandha Abhimana. First point is Gandha Abhimana. I am the smeller. He has become a specified individuality. A feeling in it has come, I am special. Like in our body, no part feels special by itself. Each one does its own work. You understand? But no feeling of speciality. The heart never says I am special. We say so, but heart knows it is as important as any cell of the body. The vital organ, the crucial organs, all that in the medical terminology we talk. But within the parts of the body, every one of them have no specific ego that we are better than others. Each one says, this is work given to me, I do. In any healthy setup of family or an office, a government, whole nation, this is the beauty where nobody feels somebody special than others. Everybody do their work given. That's the highest maturity. Only when one gives up his ego and wrong notions, one can lift one's attention to that level. A group of people who know their exactly duties and do that alone and don't care for anything. The whole thing becomes karma yoga. That itself is called yajna, which alone gives spectacular results. That's what we are studying in Bhagavad Gita in our next text. Same topic. So one abhimana, the nostrils have developed the abhimana that I can smell. So abhimana ek ho gaya. Second is asanga. What is asanga? Kalyana gandha grahana asanga. It has got asanga attachment to kalyana grantha. Whatever the gandha, whatever the smell, it feels convenient. It wants to smell that. So I am nostril and I can smell. Nobody can smell. And I want to smell fragrance only. Are you getting the point? He has got the attachment to that. So when the nostril is busy in searching for its own liked smells, है ना? It is running for this and that smell. Then how can the devatas control the nasika as well as do the upasana on the nasika that it is nothing but the Omkara Parabrahma only. And like your own children run with their own friends here and there. Is not all your goal that you want to train them, discipline them, you want to bring them up with all values and professional skills and get them established in good job. ये सारा चौपट हो जाएगा कि नहीं? In the same way, the devatas are observing the gandha, Granendriya's work of inhaling, exhaling, smelling. They are not interested in which smells. It is smelling, that's all. And that ability is nothing but Omkara. So they are reaching through the Gandha to the Pranava or Udgita. But now the Devatas the Indriya, the Grana is not available to them Devatas, because it has with his own Abhimana, not allowing Devatas to focus on it, and it has its own projects. Like in a office of 10 people, one is leader, 9 are followers of that leader. They are given a project. Now the leader knows what's the project, how to get the work done from the people. Now he's calling them and having meeting and detailing. Now imagine all of them have their own personal agenda. How can this leader achieve that project? Isn't it? Here also, the Nasika developed its own individuality and it has its own personal agenda of this is the fragrance, I love it, so I will go for it. So when the nostril goes out of the totality, maintains its individuality, and is interested in its own likes and dislikes of this smell I like, that I don't like, then that person with that nostril or that Jnanendriya cannot meditate on Omkara. Omkara Upasana also he cannot do to develop single pointedness, etc. How can he reach to the Adhisthana of the Omkara called as Brahman? Remember, Omkara Upasana is only Ekagrata practice, only developing the faith in us, only strengthening in us the notion or the knowledge that the Brahman alone is reality and substratum. ये उपासना का इतना ही फल है. उसके बाद with this purity, only when we become introverted and meditate on the real self, then we realize the Omkara is Brahman, that is moksha, that is the ultimate purpose. So, sahi nasikya pranaha, that the prana which is in nasika, kalyana gandha grahana, abhimana asanga abhibhuta. So, he has got the kalyana grandha abhimana and asanga. So, he has got abhimani, ahankara, and he has got desire that I want to have only kalyana gandha smell. With these two, abhibhuta viveka vijnanaha, babuvaha, his viveka vijnana is lost. What is the Viveka Vijnana of the Kalyana Gandha? That I have to inhale and exhale to supply oxygen to this living body, and I have to smell the things only to know which is right or wrong. Then I should allow the Devatas to see the Omkara in me. These three are the purpose of the Omkara, the Grana Indriya. But they are defeated now. Okay. Abhibhuta Viveka Vijnana means this is the Viveka Vijnana of the nostril that is being overpowered because it has become separate ego and also wanting its own specific smells. This is called as hit by the asura. So separate individuality maintenance and seeking the objects etc. for its own pleasure. That is the meaning of pollution or influence of the asura on that particular indriya. And you cannot avoid it. That is the main problem. How much ever you say, there will be smells this type, that type, and something you like, something you dislike, and you get distracted. When you are distracted, you cannot meditate single pointedly on the Om, which is a substratum of this nostril. Right? Now the last paragraph, last line is Sahat Tena Doshena Papa Samsargi Babuva. Because of this dosha, now the Grana Indriya is said to be Papa Samsargi, affected by the Papa. Tadidam Uktam. That is what is the meaning of Asuraha Papana Vividuhu Itihi. The Asuras have hit the Jnanendriya with the Papa. With the Granendriya with the Papa. That is the meaning of it. So, exercise करके एक बार फिर से कहेंगे 1 minute. Tomorrow again we start with this. Then all Indriyas one by one. In 5 minutes we'll finish. because the main thing is understood. Same things applied for all the four. Bhashyam. Then we go to the Mukhya Prana Upasana, that it is the Omkara Udgita. Asuras could not attack. They get destroyed themselves. Therefore, the purpose of this whole second Khanda is Prana Upasana, Pranava Upasana, Udgita Upasana with the Alambana of the Mukhya Prana. 2-3 days more when we do this topic, then you will master it. You will understand. We will try our best. So, Devatas wanting to do the Udgita Upasana, starting to do the Udgita Upasana on the Granendriya. Then in the Rupa of Granendriya, the inhaling, exhaling and the smelling is done by the Omkara Paramatma only. In that way they wanted to maintain. So when this is being done, that Granendriya is affected by the Asuras. Who are Asuras? Swabhavika Tama Atmana. What is the meaning of Asuras hitting the Granendriya? Is Uthena Papmana. They hit with their own indigenous, original, natural Papa. What is the meaning of hitting? Adharma Asanga Rupena Vividuhu. The Adharma and Asanga. Adharma is not exactly following what is said in Shastra. Asanga means having its own special interest, attachment. Vidyavanta. In this two way, when the Indriya is influenced, it is called Samsarga Krutam. Samsarga Krutavantaha. That's why they are polluted. They are infected. Like gross level, mein, I'm inhaling, exhaling healthily. Suddenly the dust came and dust allergy came. So my smooth inhaling, exhaling disturbed by it or not. Or any cold thing I have taken. So फिर वो disturb हो गया. That's called Samsarga. Therefore, sahi nasikya pranaha. Now, kalyana gandha grahana, abhimana, asanga, abhibhuta, viveka vijnana bahuvaha. Its viveka vijnana has been overpowered by its ego as well as its own choice of smells. Satena doshena papa samsargi bahuva. This dosha, when it has come, now the indriya is called papa samsargi. It is endowed with the sin now. Tadidam muktam asuraha papana viduiti. This is the meaning of the asuras attacking the indriyas. So that's how all our indriyas are attacked. Special, मुझे taste करना आता है. Nobody knows. And I want this tastes. So when this is what continuously happening, how can the asuras hold the tongue and respect its ability of tasting and then know or superimpose that this ability of tasting by the tongue is because of the Omkara, the Udgita. So therefore, through the tongue, the tasting ability as the launching pad, they want to do the upasana of the Udgita. No, tongue is not giving permission. It is so busy in wanting to taste this or that. If you see our own life throughout the day, what's happening? Other than the Omkara, Upasana and Brahman, everything we are doing. What is that everything? Perceiving the whole world of Shabda, Sparsha, Rasa, Gandha through our Jnanendriyas and the Mana. That itself means we are hit by the Asura. What it means, therefore, don't have likes and dislikes for the Bhogavastus and know that all these faculties are functioning because of Paramatma. This is called Upasana. With that, the mind's raga dveshas, behind the mind, the vasanas, they all get eliminated. When the dust goes away, the mind is calm, quiet. With calm and quiet mind, you become introverted. So to see what exactly is this conscious existing Paramatma in me. That the Guru will tell, Tattvamasi, you are that Brahman. So to read 6th chapter of Tattvamasi Mahavakya Upadesha, we have to do the Upasana, what is said in the 5 chapters, and in the first chapter only we are learning so many things. These are all newer and newer revelations to all of us. Thank God we are here. We are here. Continue. Om 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 Purnamadaha Shrutimatre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you. Gita.